Hello, everybody, and welcome and happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. I've been watching a lot of really cool lives tonight. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on, which is really cool. Normally on Tuesdays, you just never know what's going on. So let's see who's in the chat right now. There we go. Where are we staying? Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Griswold Family Vacay, thanks for stopping by. Hey, there is Tim and Duke. How are you? Oh my gosh, we got good stuff going on tonight. Travel Dreamer. Hello, there we go. Kevin and Danny, very nice. Lots of stuff going on. Oh, there's my buddy at Van City Adventure. Very cool. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you guys. Hey, listen, we are going to just keep this rolling because we've got a lot of stuff to get through, and I've got some people I want to invite in the panel, but we've got a few things. We just got to start out by saying, let's see if I can share my screen here. First off, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for spreading some good vibes this week. I know there have been a lot of people who have not been feeling well, including Daryl and his son, who are recovering from COVID, and there's a lot of people that are on the mend. So just want to say thank you to this wonderful community for putting it out there and helping our community as we're doing things together. So really, really cool. So as we're going through here, hey, there's my buddy Richard. Hey, Richard, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. We are going to talk about some travel news, and that's one of the things I love about having friends up and talking Travel Tuesdays. We're just going to give you a little heads up on what's hot and exciting, and we're going to give some thoughts on this. So I am going to start off with just a couple of the hot topics of the day to let people know what's going on. Of course, you know, we have a lot of friends who are cruisers, and a lot of people are making plans on the cruise ships. So let's just hit it off with that real quick when it comes to travel talk. So Carnival itinerary is apparently focusing on the Caribbean. So one of the things, I know people are trying to get back on cruise ships, but they're really, really focusing on the Caribbean right now, and not on a lot of the other ports that they might be going to. So I know one of our topics last time was, I know there was a senator in the United States who was trying to get all the cruises back to going on by the 4th of July. So that is still a hot topic, and we're going to be hearing a lot more about that later. But I just want to let people know that if you're looking at Carnival, they're really looking at the Caribbean. So, hey, Julie, good to see you. How are you? And there's our extraordinary moderator, Miss Sue. How are you, Miss Lucky Dog? Yeah, Tim's looking for specific names these days. Yeah, we got to help Tim out on this. This is fun. So cruises, if you're up for a cruise, if you are going for a cruise, I would love to know because, hey, brother from another mother, how are you? Lance. Oh, Lance. Hello, Lance.
Oh.
This is Julie, your cruise director, calling.
I was on the YouTube side. I was like, I heard you talking to me. Sorry.
So we're asking if people. I just got to. I saw a live stream tonight, and people are buying cruises in August. I'm sorry, September and December. If I'm not mistaken. So people are getting ready. I'm just saying it's going to go out there. So, what are your thoughts? Are you still thinking not so much?
No comment.
No comment. Okay, I'm going to go with no comment too, but just put it out there. Okay.
I honestly, I really hope they can do it.
I do too. I'm hoping things get better, but you just never know.
Cruise is the best. I love my cruise.
I do cruises. Okay, here's a good one for you. Vacation rental by owner is performing better than Airbnb for vacation rental managers. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about that too. So we're an Airbnb person. We love to Airbnb a lot of stuff, and we have friends who have one house on both platforms, and they say that they get better guests with VRBO than they do with Airbnb.
Yeah, what I heard it's happening up here in Ontario is that these scalpers are booking campgrounds and they're reselling them for 4 times the cost.
That's crazy.
I'm glad I have a park model that I can go to.
Yeah, it's insane. We were talking about the other day, and I met a lady who actually, her whole job is that she buys RV campgrounds, and she's quite wealthy doing this. And so it's a little interesting thing what's going on. We'll move into campgrounds in a second, but Daleen says real quick. She said, looking to cruise in December, found a dialysis-friendly cruise ship. There you go.
Wow.
Didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah, I guess just in case.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's good to know. Griswold says always use VRBO. Yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, I've used both, and we just had an Airbnb about a month or 2 ago, and it was actually really nice. So, but sometimes if you look at one versus the other, you can get a better rate on the same property.
I was just looking to see what VRBO is. I didn't know what it was.
Vacation rental by owner.
Okay.
Yeah, vacation rental by owner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they have them in Canada, too.
I know. All right, we have another extremely amazing panelist coming up. Ready? It's Kevin.
Hello, everyone.
What are you doing
Kevin,
down
how are
there?
you?
And Lance.
Hey, Kevin, do you do VRBO or Airbnb? Have you ever done that?
No.
Not really.
No.
I have to admit, I never really did it until a few years ago. And the reason why is because I spent a small fortune on hotel rooms. My family, we had to go somewhere and I had to get like 4 hotel rooms and it was obnoxious. And I was like, this is ridiculous.
I actually knew what that's wrong. When I was in Australia in 2006, I rented a vacation apartment on the ocean. And it wasn't bad. It was like $750 for the week.
Yeah.
The question is, what do you think would be cleaner? A person who owns their own RV that rented it out, or some employees that are cleaning the hotel room? I'm thinking the owner, right?
Yeah,
I would think that'd be cleaner.
So there's a whole thing with Airbnb right now about what they have to do for this specialized cleaning that they qualify for, because of COVID and stuff. Things that have to be done. So yeah.
So super clean.
I know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking. Yeah, Tim said he used VRBO once.
There you go.
Was it a good experience, Tim, or was it an okay experience? I'm just curious. My problem that we had with our Airbnb was the guy who we were renting it from. They were really great and you had to use it through the app. So I didn't have his email address or like his personal contact information, and he gave me the wrong address.
Whoops.
So I'm pulling up to somebody else's house. I'm like
summer rental.
Yeah, I was like, do they live here? Like, maybe this is the wrong place. There was like a car in the parking lot, and I'm like,
Okay, what kind of RV are you talking about? You're talking about an RV Airbnb or apartment?
No, house.
Oh, house. Okay.
House. Yeah.
I was talking about people that are renting out their RVs now.
So that's going on too. That's a whole nother thing. Oh, Angie says, loving the hat, Lance.
Thank you.
Yes.
My hair's a mess. Bad hair day.
Bad hair
day. But yours is fantastic, right, Kevin?
I'm just saying, I worked on it. I worked all day for this.
It's the invisible.
Yours looks good too, Kevin.
Kevin's got the best hair out of all of us. He always does.
Yeah.
He's always good.
Yeah, there's not much of it.
All right, so this is something that we all know really well. RV sales spike. Rocket RV says they've seen a 50% increase. They're in Alabama. So things are flying out the doors, guys. And like you said, people are selling campsites for above what the reservation is. We just got back, or I just got back, I should say, with Rosie from Land Between the Lakes. I made this reservation like over a year ago. It was an amazing place. I've got nothing but amazing things to say about it. But looking on the website right now, it's booked. It's booked. There's nothing you can find even on a Tuesday.
Yeah, most campgrounds are that way. And then even with the RV sales, as you're saying, if you're looking at used, you're going to be paying because let me tell you, they can sell it well above book now.
Yeah.
And they are. And I was looking at some yesterday that were almost $12,000 over book, and they'll definitely sell it by the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sue was saying that too, that the same thing's happening in Florida that's happening in Ontario.
Really?
Scalpers. God.
That's crazy.
No
campground.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a demand for there's no such thing as like BLM land really east of the Mississippi. It's all west of the Mississippi. There's going to be some kind of reckoning. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to need to find something. Yeah. And Sue's like, so glad we bought our RV when we did. Yeah, absolutely. You guys lucked out.
What year did they buy theirs?
Just recently.
Like last year.
Mm-hmm. This past year.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a really nice grand design. Hey, there's Peter, our friend from Australia. Hey, Peter, what's up?
Yeah, and if you're looking at an RV at a dealership, and a dealership seems to have a lot of RVs on the lot, I would question the RV dealer.
Amen. That's exactly right. Like, did they just get him yesterday?
Yeah, they're just not good, and people know to avoid them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot of people don't know all the stuff that as they arrive at the dealership, what the dealer has to do to put them ready, make them ready.
Yeah, they don't come ready.
They don't come ready.
They do not come ready. They come with because I actually over 20 years ago, that's what I did. I was a prep technician. So when a new coach came in, I had to finish the manufacturer's job.
Yep. Yep. That's the scary part, because I look at these things and go, I know when I got my van, they had no clue what they were doing. I mean, I was just being completely honest. I was like, so let's talk about lithium battery. And they're like, what exactly is that? I'm like, ooh, not good.
What?
Yeah. That's going to get a flashlight.
Yeah, I'm looking at this going, I want to get the van. I'm going to take it someplace else. We're going to figure out, we realize that this may not be the place to do what I need to do. So Atlanta Journal-Constitution also says that passenger vehicle travel rebounding to pre-pandemic levels. So people are really on the roads these days. So for those people who are traveling, be very, very careful. Make sure your insurance is up to date. I just got a heads up on that the other day, that there's a lot of people who let their insurance lapse during the pandemic.
I have to check my insurance. I wonder if they've doubled it. Now that they know more people are RVing.
Yeah. Yeah, this truck dealer told us they're paying retail price when they buy used trucks for their lot. It does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It appears like the dealers are crafty and cunning salespeople. Yeah, they are. But, at the end of the day, I mean, they know they've got something we want, and we're going to buy it. It's hard to.
Hello,
yeah.
Linda.
Hi, Linda.
You know what? I'm gonna say this because I was in RV sales as well. If you go to a dealership, I mean, obviously look up and see what people are saying about them, but talk to your salesperson. Mm-hmm. Ask them stuff about their camping experiences. If they have no clue about RVing, they're not going to understand what your needs are.
No.
And so if you can find a salesperson that is an RVer themselves, you're going to find yourself in a better situation, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really big point. I think when I was doing the financing for my van, the kid that I did with the sales was okay, but the finance guy was a camper, and he loved to camp, and he could talk about it all day long, and about this and that and about some other things. So it's really interesting because you can really get a good feeling. We start talking about stinky slinkies. We can all relate to a stinky slinky.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I know.
Find a dealership that the family, if it's owned, do they camp?
Yeah.
And the other thing too is,
hey Matt,
do the same approach if you're buying a used RV from a private seller. Ask them where they've been, what they've done. If they can't come up with stories, then they're just flippers.
Yeah. And
they're not going to care. They're going to put that on the road as fast as they can, and they're going to cut corners. So just buyer beware.
And if you're going to a dealership where there's they sell cars, but then they've got a couple extra RVs on the lot. Things to think about. And sometimes they're good. Don't get me wrong. Just make sure you get it inspected. I think that's the bottom line. If be diligent and get it inspected and go from there. So yeah, there's some things happening these days. So I wanted to show you. I'm going to brag for a second because this is totally cool. One of the reasons why I love where I was. Let's just take a look at this. I'm on the left. My new friend was on the right. First off, do you see the space between us and the view?
Yeah, real nice.
Really nice. Not packed in like sardines. No. Not da. Plus, there was a whole huge yard to your left, and that beach that I could use for walking Rosie and stuff. So when you start looking at these sites, that's what I like. I don't know what you guys like. What's your typical camping experience like?
For Kevin?
No, you first, Lance.
Okay.
Age over beauty.
What?
Age over beauty.
Ooh.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
We have tons and tons of BLM land in Ontario, and literally every log cabin road that you go down, you end up at a lake, and you can't beat up here. So
that's
we're
true.
in the lake. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I like looking for something that's going to have that has a view, and that you have actually space. I've been to parks where I put my slide out, and I'm maybe that far from my neighbor's slide out.
Yeah.
Especially these older parks, and it's I don't want to hear what they're doing at night.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. But Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, Tennessee are really, really big tourist places. And Susan Jim said a good friend was at campground. He's practically booked solid for the rest of the year. Yeah.
We were at the Circus campground in '86, and it was just a parking lot. Literally, it had hookups and full hookups, but it was a parking lot. They literally just put electrical and water and sewage in a parking lot. And if you had tip outs back then, you couldn't open them.
Yeah.
That was insane campground.
There's some crazy ones out there. I'm just not a big fan of the ones that are side by side. If I'm visiting friends, and we're all together, it's a little different. I mean, the purpose of it is different, but if I just want a little space to get away and stuff. Hey, I'm going to call this out too. So, Fat Matt, our friend Matt, he's making some great songs these days.
Yeah.
Channel.
Yes.
And Matt, you should come up, by the way. You should talk about your new rig because he just did this shakedown.
Yes.
Track, which is very cool. I'm going to drop the link one more time for you, Matt. You ought to come up here.
Matt, come up, talk about your RV.
Talk about your rig, man, because it's important.
Yeah.
I have a special picture to share that I'm going to let Lance talk about this one because I saw this and I was like, oh, I know exactly which one this is. And the only reason I know is because of Lance. What is that?
That is a,
It's like a
27 and a half foot Lazy Days model. I don't know what year it is because they look pretty much all the same throughout the years.
It's a 2003.
2003? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
These are sought after, these Lazy Days, because they are built the same way the Airstreams are. In the RV industry, these Class Cs are basically the best built Class Cs you can buy, period. They're low profile. They drive like beautifully. Mm-hmm. And they're all aluminum siding. They have panels that can be removed if one gets dinged. You don't have to fix the whole wall. So
yeah, it's really, really cool. So,
yep.
I saw this guy pull up in the campground. I'm like, oh, it's a Lazy Days. And he's like, how did you know? I'm like, well, I got this Canadian friend. He's talking about it.
Yeah, the exact same model I want to build. I don't like the blue. I like the tan color. But and the interiors, they need to get somebody to help with their interiors, not they're pretty outdated sometimes. They're getting better, but they've been building since 1958. So.
But the interior is really cool. So the back windows go all the way around.
Yeah.
It's got this great, panoramic view, and you got couches that sit so you can see back and forth. It is really neat.
Yeah.
Really cool. Guess what I found? It's Matt.
No, it's Fat Max.
It's Fat Matt.
Huh?
He changed his name.
He says he has ear edition.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Yep.
Oh.
Wait
for it.
Need to catch up.
Good.
The
That
interwebs
is a
have
really
been bad
cool
all
picture.
day.
Or that old RV.
I know. All right, so I got some RV. So you guys have, I don't have a picture of your RV. I wish I did.
Mine or his?
No, Matt's new one.
He can find one.
So can we talk about pop-ups for a second? Because
Sure.
I'm shocked at these things. I'm absolutely shocked. I saw about 11 pop-ups this weekend. I'm not who's counting. I'm just saying 11 pop-ups is a lot of pop-ups.
I can tell you why, but go ahead.
No, tell me why.
Because a lot of people that aren't rich and have a small income want to go camping, and these are the best value for people with low income, right?
Used wise, but new pop-ups, they're starting at 15, 16 grand. You're getting into entry-level travel trailers.
But 15, 16 grand still, cheaper than $50,000 small Class C or $100,000 Class A.
That's true.
And that's what when I was, 30, 40 years ago, that's what we started out with. Went for a pop-up. Yeah. Then we moved up to a camper truck. So.
They're lightweight. You can tow them with just about anything. Yeah,
that's true too. You don't need a truck like a trailer. You need. And look at that one; it's got a tip out in it.
That one would actually have a full working kitchen, toilet, shower.
That was a big one. That was one of those big ones.
Everything. Sure. It went out like every single area. I'm like, I couldn't. It's like a transformer. I'm like, what the heck?
Like a 15-footer, Kevin. That thing almost.
That one, I bet you that one easily goes over 21 foot.
It almost needs double axle.
Yeah.
Wait, do you remember sleeping in those and you wake up in the morning, the sun is beating down the canvas and you're just sweating to death?
I had my very first was an 86 Palomino. And I'd wake up half the time in the morning and my foot would be hanging out because I would have kicked the canvas out.
Yep. Or the zipper would be open, your foot be hanging out.
Yep.
All right, guys, here we go. Oops. There we go.
There's Matt.
Let's talk about this one. Whose is this one?
That's a Coleman.
This is Matt's Coleman.
He's got bad internet, but I know all about it. It's a Coleman 17B, brand new. That's an air conditioner on the top left there. It's a not rooftop. It's like a house kind.
Yeah, they're actually
wall mounted.
too. That really does help on the weight, because those roof airs are, and that's the other thing too. Going back to a pop up,
Yeah.
those roof airs are almost too heavy for the pop up.
Is it? Yeah. That
Yes.
was. I couldn't believe that one had one. Yeah. So, the back corner is the bunk beds, and then he's got a queen bed in the front and a dinette.
So Matt, can you
Oh,
tell?
that's a video. Oh, he's playing a video.
So Matt, what was one thing that you loved about it after camping, and one thing you were surprised about after camping?
Oh, not much,
well, I like the fact that it's very, very simple. It's not complex. I don't like the slide outs. It's very, very simple. There's not a lot to it, and that helps for when it comes to do with maintenance and things like that. But I also love the fact that it accommodates me and my wife and my 2 kids very, very well. It's got the 2 bunks in the back and then the queen up front, and plenty of space. The dinette actually sits all 4 people comfortably. Nice. It's got everything you need in there. It's got the gas grill, the sink, a refrigerator, microwave, toilet, shower, and it's such a compact size. It's so light, barely even notice it being pulled, behind my truck, and that's only a 1500 truck. And the surprise, so the one that I had before this was about the same size, but it was from 1975. It's an old one that my dad and I built from the frame up. And anyway, the thing that surprised me about this brand new one is how fragile they are. The aluminum siding on the outside is very, very, very thin. You can just touch it with the finger and dent it, it seems like. The construction, of course, they do this to keep it very light. So that's completely understandable. But it was just really surprising how fragile it is. That's the best way I can put it. I mean, it's sturdy enough, but it just seems different, But yeah, we love it.
I call it Barbie doll furniture. I keep telling people it's very fragile. It's fragile. And you think it's sturdy, but you're like, I don't know. Griswold Family Vacay says, that is awesome, Matt. Yeah, we are all excited for you. I mean, this was really cool. I watched your video. I'm like, yay, the kids were excited.
And I think Kevin will agree that Coachman
they loved it.
Coleman is one of the better manufacturers.
Yeah, you'll find that they're going to stand by their work if there's any issues that pop up. And like we've talked in other times. Go on, Matt.
Yeah. And originally when I looked on the website for these things, I was looking for a specific floor plan, and this came up and it had reviews, and it was produced, I think, by Forest River, but this particular model is actually a Dutchman. So I guess different companies make this model, and they just stamp the Coleman, lantern logo on it. So
yeah, that's common with.
But they're all the same. This particular model, I will tell you, because of the fact that it's so light and it can be pulled with a smaller SUV, and because of the floor plan, it sleeps, like, even the dinette goes into a bed. You could sleep 2 there, so technically it could sleep 6 people. But because of the floor plan and the size of it and everything like that, it's extremely popular right now. And every time any of the dealerships get one of these things, they just fly off like crazy, because the price point's like $13,000. It's really, really cheap for what you get. Yeah. So that was surprising too. I mean, as soon as the manufacturers produce these things, they're sold right away.
Charlie Grace, you were mentioning all the videos that Matt's been putting up. I have he just put up a playlist on YouTube. I'll drop the link for everybody to check out.
That would be awesome, of course.
There you go.
Share the love, and everybody go check out Matt's stuff. It's really cool. Someone's excited. You talked about. Someone's excited.
Yeah, these are just little fun songs that we put together from the Mike.
Yeah. Check them out when you get a chance. They're funny.
Yep. We gotta do that.
I hear children. My kids are grown up.
I think it's Matt.
It is Matt. It's Matt.
I'm unsupervised.
Totally fine. Hey, all right. Here's another little lightweight one. We're looking at this one. I saw this one this weekend. Look how tiny this is.
J-Flight.
Now that's a little bit older one, but Jayco just brought out a new Hummingbird that's about the same size, almost the same weight, with a slide out and a Murphy bed, Now, typically, I don't like Murphy beds, but the amount of space that was in it was amazing because my oldest daughter's looking for something that's not going to be super heavy. And when we were at the RV museum, they had one inside, a brand new one. Yeah, so if you're looking, because I'm a Jayco guy, even though I don't own a Jayco, but
how does the Murphy bed come down? Is it from the back wall or one of the side walls?
It's in the front. It's in the front. And what they ended up doing, if you watch the very first video for Betsy's surprise birthday party, it's in there. The dining room table folds up and actually hides underneath the couch, and there's a place for everything. And even though it's small, it's not a wet bath.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. It actually has a little tub and a separate toilet, which I like. I mean, multitasking is awesome and all, but there's just certain things you don't want to do.
All right, gentlemen, I have another panelist expert I'm going to bring up. It's Tim. Yay, Tim.
Oh, no. I got to go.
I got to go. Super
you
chat.
gotta
Super chat.
Super cash.
Super chat.
All right,
Tim and Duke.
Super Duke.
So Matt, this is the interior of yours. He's sharing real quick. So this is the interior of his Coleman. So you can see the bunk beds and the queen bed, the dinette. It's got like a little tub shower, I'm assuming, so they can take a little bath as well if they had to.
Yeah. No, it's for Matt to take a bath in.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're muted, Matt.
What's the length
Matt,
of that
you're muted.
trailer?
Matt,
Here you go.
17.
It's 17, and it does have a powered awning, which is pretty neat. I was surprised about that being so small and cheap.
Okay. What?
Yeah, very
That
cool.
was your fault.
Griswold said our Murphy bed put a big hole in our wall. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no, that's not good. That's a little scary. Okay.
Which toy?
But nice layout. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys. I know we're talking really cool RVs, but I want to talk about things you see at campgrounds. I've got some pictures. I'm just going to let you talk about the picture when you see it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. And I want to just say this real quick. This is a campground where you're only allowed to stay 14 days. Okay, so this is only a 14-day stay place.
It's
Here we
BLM?
go.
BLM land?
Nope, this is a campground. Regular and good.
Huh.
Wow.
They spent too much time trying to set that up. Good
They
luck
got-
taking it down in one day.
They got dogs.
They got everything.
Look at the
They forgot
fridges.
house, that's all.
Look at the fridges. They got two fridges, one regular fridge and a bar fridge on top.
The only
wow,
thing I don't see a smoker out there that they're not doing it right.
Yeah, I know.
It's out back.
Oh, the barbecue's there.
I was going to say, this is probably somebody's backyard, and they set that up. They never even moved their trailer.
Is that the campground you were at?
This is a campground. I drove around 3 campgrounds this weekend, and I'm not going to say which one it was, but I made sure the ones I went to, I said, how long do you get to stay? A week, 7, 21 days, what's the situation? And most places said a maximum of 14 days. And there's one that has a lottery system for seasonal, but none of these are seasonal sites, and none of these are full timers. So I just want to let you know that, because it was interesting when I'm driving around. You'll see them like let's talk about what we're bringing here.
Wait, where's the bear-proof containers? I don't see any.
Yeah, wait.
I see flower pots.
They have plants, Linda. Yeah.
I see flower pots.
I want to see how big your dogs were for that gate size.
When I get to a campground, if I'm staying under 4 days, I won't even hang out any lights or anything.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be there for that little time, here's
I'm not doing extra work.
Here's one. Here's a good one.
Hey Matt, try to go off and come back in, man. It usually works better when you do that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go in and come out. Here's a good one for you. You're going to cook out when you bring 2 grills and a swing.
Swing? Where's this? Oh my God.
Well, okay. I think Corey's still in the chat here, and I think he brings all his everything. I think he brings a bunch of different grills when he camps. So maybe I want to talk about that.
They even brought a cement picnic table.
No, the cement picnic table comes with, but.
Oh boy.
That's in the same campground as the Lazy Days was in, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
It had a concrete.
Yep, concrete. Yep. All right. Apparently, Joe went to bed, so we're just going to deal with Bob tonight. You have a question, you can put it to Bob.
I'm thinking if they got concrete tables, they're getting their regular wooden ones stolen all the time.
Yeah.
Well, the
Correct.
things that people do, they carve them, they do
That's true,
things
too.
on them they shouldn't do, and it's just, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay, something I'm not used to. I'm seeing so many 10 by 20 tents this year. This is the big thing. Like multiple golf carts and 10 by 20 tents. What is up with that?
10 by 10 and 20 tents? Ah, that's
Yeah,
Like
interesting.
luxury.
Like you see like pop-up. You see pop-up every now and again. Oh, I want a shade or a little clammy thing. Put the clams up. But
Yeah, those are silly.
this is huge.
People look silly in those clams, don't they? I honestly rather have one of these.
Well,
The thing is, though, is just if
skeeter
you can't
infested.
stand bugs, don't go camping.
Yeah, that's true too.
Skeeter
point.
infested. They don't like the skeeters. I mean, I have a clam pop up, and that fits over a picnic table, and that's all I need. I think it's 8 foot round.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big. I've
This is
seen people with
crazy.
the little tiny ones. They look silly in it, like they're 4x4, and there's like they're 2 chairs, and that's it.
I know.
Now this one fits over the picnic tables.
Okay.
Hey guys, if you're a camper and you like camping and you like talking about the campground stuff, do me a favor, give us a thumbs up and also share us out because we love being shared out. We're gonna talk
Okay,
about.
zoom in on their name. Zoom in on their name down there.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, I think it was the Kardashians. No,
They're glamping.
They're
glamping.
glamping. All right, hold on. Here's a good one. I like this one too. I'm gonna enjoy. I love listening to what you guys think about this because I saw these. I was like,
Let's do it.
Well,
how
we're
much firewood do you
professionals.
need?
Okay. Okay.
That's
Hold
not
on
enough
now.
for a bonfire.
Now, I wish Sonia was here to see that.
That's not enough for a bonfire.
Because
I'd burn that up in one night.
if Sonia was here, she'd be saying, "Yep, that's our camp wood." Because I watched Jim take all the wood out of her truck and put it in their pile, and they got a pile like that. Are you here, Sonia?
I don't think
Hey,
she's-
there's
yeah.
a clamshell back there behind the other tent.
Yep, absolutely. There's a clam. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, dope.
Super handy. Super cool. But yeah, I looked at that wood. I'm like, dear Lord, how much wood do these people need?
It must be seasonal.
No, I'm telling you, these are it's either 14 or 21 days that you're seeing. These are things people are not there for seasonal. This is
You know what? I buy it by the bag. I use that up, and I go buy another bag full.
Yeah, I'll get a core or two. Now, for the M21, supposedly we have a truck delivering a bunch of wood. Hey,
Well, that's okay.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Saves me money.
Okay, now this one. All right, I'm just like, I just have to share these. They brought out their good lawn furniture.
From home. Another 14 days.
It looks like they're gonna have a wedding anytime
Yeah,
soon. It's
that's
like,
a wedding tent.
Yeah.
It's a wedding tent.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
come on, Vicky, let's get your cousin, you and Billy married. I'm like, what?
That's the bride and groom's chair.
they're just, wow. I mean,
It's for grandma
maybe
and
I'm
grandpa.
lazy, but I don't want to go to that effort.
Those
There are
I'll
chairs
put
are
out
for
my
grandma
awning.
and
I'll
grandpa.
put out a rug. I'll put out my chairs. We'll put out some little decorations here or there, and
Call it
that's
a day.
that.
Call it a
Where's
day.
Where's the garden gnomes? I don't see a garden gnome.
Oh, I wish I could zoom in. There's this little thing right here.
Yeah,
It's
zoom
just
in.
little- I
Zoom in
can't.
on that.
I don't know how to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
like
just
the
a
little
picture.
weird.
Yeah. Here.
Weird.
Let's look better than my living room set. Yeah. There's Sonia.
Oh, there she is. We were just talking about you.
I thought
She
I
heard
heard
the word firewood and came running.
Yeah. Go
I
back
knew
to
my ears were burning.
Go back to the other picture.
No, it was your
Firewood.
soul. Your soul was burning.
I don't think
Why is my soul burning, Kevin? Be nice to
the
me.
soul is not burning.
You would. You burned your souls in your shoes.
I did.
Go
Yes,
back to the other.
so you're
go
still-
back to
Only
the
one.
picture.
Only one shoe though.
Okay, half a soul.
Not the
Hold on.
top
Charlie Grace
Wait, how
just had
many
a.
souls do you need?
2. You always have a spare.
Yeah, there's a good
Well,
and there's an
it's a
evil.
pair of
What one
shoes.
did she burn?
I'm
It's
going
a
to
pair of
Google
shoes,
that.
but only one soul.
Why are you getting? Tim's getting complicated.
I know, I'm confused. Must be a California thing.
It could be.
All right, Sonia, here's what we're doing. I'm putting up pictures of people in campgrounds. These are campgrounds where you can only stay 14 to 21 days. These are not seasonal sites. And we're talking about the things that we see. And I just had a picture up talking about the firewood. And of course, I hit minimize and now I can't find it. But we'll find it, I promise, before we're done with this. Let me go back to this one. Okay, here we go. This is my personal favorite that I was just like floored at because I've never seen this before until this weekend. Ready?
Sounds like a Thousand Trails Park. Oh, that looks like my neighbor's across the street from me.
It's a full-size refrigerator.
Come on.
You know what?
I like
I've
the red
seen
carpet.
it. I have seen it. Go ahead.
We wouldn't be allowed to have that in ours. The owner would take it away.
It looks like a Thousand Trails Park.
Is that? I've never seen it like. I'm serious. This is the first time I've ever seen it. Has anyone ever seen like fridges? I mean, other than Sonia?
Not that big.
Thousand Trails maybe Thousand Trails is supplying them for people now.
No, they're not.
Where the heck are they putting that?
That's a lot of beer in there.
Yeah.
That ice cream.
Yeah, I was looking at this and I was trying to figure out the whole thing. So I like took a couple pictures going, like they've got like outdoor furniture, they've got like a high top.
Now I have some.
Go back and watch my video, my very first video from last year. And when I do a walk around the campground, you'll see stuff like that. Gazebos, fridges. I mean, they're not set up like that where it looks kind of like I don't want to say trashy, but they have to be messy.
Yeah.
But you'll see all that gazebos, stuff like that.
Which I can see when you're if you're a seasonal, but if you're only there for up to 20 days, that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work, and that's a lot of stuff to look around.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Northwood says I've seen tent campers with a mini fridge, microwave, and toaster oven.
Can't live home without it.
Oh, and the air conditioning in the tent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
In September.
Yeah. Now here's one that made sense. Here's one that I was like, okay, and because I was obsessed with looking at these fridges. I was like, why are people having fridges? This one was a fisherman who brought a closet and he had a microwave beside it, but there were all these fishing poles beside the fridge. And thinking, well, maybe they're catching fish and sticking it in the fridge.
Yeah, but you know what? He's instead of lithium batteries and solar, he's using the windmill. To charge the batteries.
Yeah, the windmill caught me too. I was like, so did that come in the truck? How did you get the windmill?
It's charging.
Hold on.
Charlie Grace, Great Dane alert.
What is it?
Great Dane alert. My wife just sent it to me.
Oh no!
He's a big boy.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay, now and I've heard this too. If you're paying $40 a night for electricity, you might as well make the best use of it.
Oh, we did. When we had our diesel pusher, if it was cold out, I'm not using my propane. I'm using my heat pumps.
Yeah.
Why not? Why use my propane if I can use their electric that we're paying for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a couple cold nights. I just had a little electric heater, right? Little fan heater. I put on. Like, why would I use my propane? I've got free electric. Why would I do that?
And what kind of flag is that? What country is that from?
That's the Tennessee state flag.
Oh, okay.
3 stars.
And what do you guys think about those flag poles on the angle? Yeah?
The PVC flag poles.
Is that what they call it? Well, it's on an angle.
Yeah, my neighbor behind me has one of those.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's just not going to the distillery from the moonshine he's making in there?
Oh, yeah.
It's for the red light district.
People talk about this.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's
That's
pretty
a
cool.
whole new subject when it comes to camping.
Whole other topic. Yeah, I did stop at a distillery on the way home, just so you know, and sample some moonshine. So that was sort of fun.
We were at a campground across the street from a strip club one time. I could tell you stories.
That must have been interesting.
It was very interesting. A whole new show.
Lance went and got a pole the next day for his Class C.
I was with my children.
Oh, really?
And they were little.
You went to the strip club with your children?
No, I put them to bed early, though.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Millie, James.
Good to see y'all. Thanks for coming in. Oh,
Million James.
and J Rock.
J-Rock.
Good to see y'all. All right, so here's a question for the day. A lot of campgrounds are allowing RVs and tents to be side by side, like separate space. Like they paid for that space tent camp right next to an RV. What are your thoughts on that?
We can't in our campground. We're not allowed to.
It's hit or miss, but if it, like myself, if we're camping and my oldest daughter comes, she's not going to stay with us. She's going to stay in her tent, and if it's part of it and they allow it, I guess. We've never done it. I've seen it done. The ones I don't like is these ones that are doing it and they're letting their kids that are under 10 stay in the tents by themselves at night. I don't like that. There was an incident at a local park here a couple years ago where some kids ended up being abused and no one knew.
That's not good.
Well,
I don't think children should be, but
The funny thing is, those people are really, really short compared to the trailer.
Yeah.
Even their vehicle, look how small their vehicle is. That's a minivan. Actually, in my campground, where only the transients aren't allowed to have tents on their sites, but the permanent people are allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Millie James says they pay for that spot. They should be able to. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting issue because I've heard different things. People are like, I only want RVs, or tents should be located to another separate area, or some places that allow you like one RV, 2 vehicles, and a tent is allowed in your space. So
Yeah.
then that takes care of that.
And sometimes it just wrecks the grass too, especially if they're there for 2 weeks. So
yeah, there's a few parks that don't, and here in Michigan, I know that don't even allow you to put your carpet out. Even if it's a breathable mat, they don't allow it.
Yeah, the 50s, most were tents. Today it seems to reverse that trend. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Kenneth Oaks, how are you on the Facebook side?
oh, I was going to say, you got a new logo there.
Very nice. So what are you guys seeing in your campgrounds that you're used to? Because everyone has like their one place they like to go to the most. What are some of the quirks that you guys have seen?
One of the strangest things I seen about 20-some years ago, I was going through boxes hoping to find it. There's a guy camping at a state park across from me. He had like a early 60s Winnebago. It was kept up. But in the morning, I could hear this sound of a train. And I look out the window, and he had a train set on the roof of his RV. And every morning, that's what he would play. And even though he didn't care, 7 in the morning, it would make the choo-choo noises. It was different.
Trying to wake everyone up.
Yeah, it worked.
So instead of buying a rooster, he had the train.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
And he would have to
Wake
climb up
up.
on the ladder and set it up every day. The track was permanently mounted to the roof, but the train wasn't.
Well, that was reveille for everyone.
The funniest thing that I've ever seen in a campground once was when there's about 20 trailers that came into Ontario from Quebec, and they were in pull-throughs, so they're all on angles like this, one after the other, and a road down the middle. But they went and parked all tip to tip, right across the campground that was parked this way. And they made a big oval shape across about 12 sites. And I guess the owner didn't see him doing it. He came up and goes, "What the heck are you people doing? Move these trailers and put them on the property right." It was. I have pictures of it somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Jason, is there a background noise on?
Oh, sorry, my dear. Sorry.
Lance's
My
house
house
is
is
loud.
loud.
Lance, you always have excitement going on. Jay says the train would get derailed, which I think is sort of funny. And noisy house. You got kids. You got stuff going on. Jim and Stu said, I agree. Don't let your small children camp in a tent by themselves. You never know what could happen. You're inside the RV and won't be able to hear what's going on out there. Yeah, it's just not safe. And I'm going to say the same thing. If you have kids and you put the dog with the kids, that doesn't mean they're safe either. So I just need to put that out there because some people think, well, they're sleeping with the dog. It'll be just fine. Yeah.
Well, if I put
might
Duke
like
in
the
there, they're good to go.
Yeah. I know. We have to put our fence for our puppy on the concrete pad. That's the rule here. Yeah. I know. A lot of places won't even let you. They're taking away those little octagonal fences for dogs because some of the dogs are bigger and they're jumping over them. So they're saying they just don't want them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northwood says we've got a couple campgrounds near us that are community campgrounds and they don't like to let the outsiders stay. That is not uncommon.
Yeah, and they make you feel unwelcome.
Yeah. There's a place outside on I-65 in Alabama. It's an RV park, but they don't want you coming to visit them.
No. Yeah.
Well,
Like-
that makes a lot of sense.
I know. I'm like, so I don't understand this. So they have people there to stay, and they just don't want people who come in and come in for a few days. They want people who are there for the season.
Right.
Yeah, we're campers. We're all friendly people.
Well, for insurance and all different reasons, for campgrounds. They have to, if they don't allow outsiders in, then it becomes a mobile home park, and then it's classified different. They got to pay
Right.
more, so
It's
they allow them in,
classified
but
as
they
a-
try to discourage it, so
It's
they can have the open sites, and then it keeps the park. Yeah, it's
That's why Jersey's campgrounds are not open year round because of that reason. Then it'll be like Kevin said, it'll be classified as a residence, and then the property taxes get involved, and school taxes and everything get involved. So to keep that from happening, they are only open 6 months out of the year.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
that and the water mains to each site will
Freeze.
freeze
Yeah,
unless
Yeah.
you have the heating elements and the heat
Right.
pump for each
Yeah, which then costs
spigot,
a
which
ton.
yeah.
costs
They would have
a
to
lot of
redo
money.
They would have to redo all the campgrounds in the entire state just to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to applaud this, and I know V saying this is funny, but let me just tell you how much I love gender neutral bathhouses or bathrooms and showers, like if they're individual, because it makes them don't go there, Lance. Lance is thinking something else. No,
No,
but
I'm not.
I went to some place and they had showers like showers 1 through 6, right? And it wasn't male or female; it was just 1 through 6. It's individual, so you have your own door. You can do whatever you need to do. Same thing with the bathrooms, and I really like that. That was really cool because it was just easier and.
I have no problems with co-ed washrooms. No problem at all.
I have a
Brings
story
back
that
my
goes
old
with
college
this.
days.
They're separate rooms though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
My story doesn't go that way. I went and toured Fraser Island in Australia, and you could rent these little cabins. It was part of the tour. And in the morning, I got up and they had, I didn't know this at the time. There's a men's side and women's side, but this said shower. I didn't pay attention. So I'm in there and I'm showering. I'm like, this place is clean. I can hear women, and I mean, I just couldn't see them. Yeah, I was in the women's only shower.
Oh my God,
No.
Kevin!
I didn't know. They didn't see me.
Kevin!
I like, it wasn't until I came out and then I seen the sign. Yeah, you got to read the signs.
Yeah, got to read the signs. But I'm all about gender neutral stuff. I think that's great. I think it's right now, unfortunately, in the South, there's a lot of laws right now that are discriminating, gender discrimination laws. So if a transgender individual goes to the bathroom, not their biologically assigned birth certificate is now a misdemeanor, and they can be arrested and be fined $500. So when it comes to camping, they're doing very similar things in campgrounds, which I think is ridiculous. So that's why I'm sitting here going, gender neutral would just solve the problem.
It's better it's better that way. Then you don't actually go into the women's washroom.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
was so much cleaner than the men's because I did tour the men's later.
There you go. Yeah, and typically women's are cleaner than men's. That's another thing. Yeah,
It was really nice. I'm like, this is really nice.
It's like,
Yeah. Everything was white and proper, and
yeah. So Visa's COVID-19 stopped our outside travelers from staying at our campground, but they're a really small place. Yeah. And Sue and Jim, New Horizons says, I've never seen stricter rules in a campground. You know what? I went to one in Gatlinburg. I'll never forget this as long as I live. It was in downtown Gatlinburg. And, you typically say no dogs in the bathroom house, no dogs at the office. I'm like, okay, that's fine. The lady who owned the campground was terrified of dogs. She was every time you had your dog outside to walk to go to the bathroom, she was almost like screaming. It was the weirdest thing ever. And she had a limit of, you could only have one dog. There were breed restrictions. It had to be a certain weight. This whole entire thing. I'm like, why don't you say have a no dog campground if she can't handle it?
right.
There is adults only campgrounds.
There
where
are.
You can't bring any kids.
Yep.
So I'm sure there's.
I'm going to one in July. Yeah.
I'm sure there's parks that don't allow dogs or whatever.
And there's some other parks that don't allow a certain type of people either. And I was just floored by that when I heard that in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Literally.
I was shocked to find out how many that Michigan has a lot of nudist campgrounds.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can you send me an email?
Sure, because we actually got an invite when we first started doing our channel. We got invited to this park, and I'm like, I've never heard of it. And I typed it in. I'm like, well, we're not going.
Well, if it's clothing optional, I mean, the bottom line, if it's clothing optional and you want to wear clothes, great. If you don't, that's fine too. I have no problem with it.
But if they say
it looked like a nice.
Sorry.
It was a nice park. It even had a train that you could ride through the park on a track, and
Nice.
they had certain activities that I just don't think you would want to do naked, but whatever.
They say
Just keep your
clothing.
eyes to eyes.
Yeah.
They say clothing optional, and if you don't take off your clothes, you get stared at.
Oh, it's okay.
That's what somebody told me.
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about, ready for this? I want to talk about kitchens. Who prefers an outdoor kitchen to an inside kitchen on the rig?
Nah.
I have an outside kitchen.
Would you like
Bring
it? I mean, like, what's your reasoning for having an outside kitchen?
It wasn't so much the outside kitchen; it was the bunks that are in the camper. Was the main reason why I bought it. The outside kitchen was a plus, and it's not a full outside kitchen. It's just one burner, a countertop. The grill is mounted on the it's not mounted, but you can put it on and take it off a bumper mount. But it doesn't have a faucet. It doesn't have anything like that. It's just kind of a half outside kitchen. It's got a fridge.
Yeah.
So
North would say they cook everything outside. They seldom use their indoor kitchen. Yeah, I like to cook outside too. That's my
We
personal.
do a lot of it.
I'll cook breakfast inside, and we'll do dinner outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on weather. My main thing is I like the idea of having the refrigerator outside for you. You don't have to go in and grab your drinks.
Right.
Other than that, I could care less. Now, Betsy, she says that the next one has to have an outside kitchen or else, so it's going to have an outside kitchen. But I could care less.
All right,
That's
everybody
what a
say goodnight to
cooler-
Sue.
You can pull a
Night,
cooler-
Thanks, Sue. Thanks for
Night,
stopping
Sue.
by. Thank you.
You can bring a cooler outside and you're good to go.
We've done it. We've had coolers, and then
It's one extra thing you got to carry.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a cooler that I use just for like Gatorade, iced tea, orange juice, whatever drinks, beer, wine. I have that just all on its own, and that one plugs in. It's 120 or 12 volt,
right.
and that frees up my refrigerator on the inside. So
Well, I mean, you gotta think about exactly how much space you have and stuff. So things have changed for me dramatically because we went from a really big Class C with like massive storage and we could put all sorts of stuff in there to now going, okay, I think I can bring one chair, maybe two chairs. Like you sit there and you go, I can't bring a Blackstone. I mean, I have no room for a Blackstone. So if I'm doing my own thing, I'm cool. But if Dave finds me on the weekends, then he can bring all the other accoutrement that goes with it. So he can bring the crazy chair with the desk and the this and that. But I mean, if it's just me and the dog, I don't need all that stuff.
Don't let him find you.
yeah,
So do you do all your cooking in your Class B now?
So it's a little okay. So it's very different as to how I do this. I gotta tell you, before it's you get there, you get set up just like you see here, and you get all your stuff put together, and now I'm just like. It's wherever I end up for the day is where I end up parking and going and spending the night. So I could be taking a trip and having a great day and end up staying someplace that night that was different from where I thought I was going to be in the beginning of the day. So it just changes the whole way of looking at it. It's more, I'm calling it the adventure van because that's truly what it is. It's like every day's an adventure.
yeah.
Yeah, totally different. Because before it was like, okay, we can only go like 45 minutes away from here, and then we got to come back for night. We got to go here. Like this way, we can keep driving. I mean, that's really cool.
Is your trip to M21 Charlie Grace going to be a month trip like you were talking about?
Oh gosh, it's going to be interesting because I've got a lot going on that month. September and October are going to be my busiest months. Because I think I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna go see Aaron Jemison in Iowa. Yay me! Gonna go up and see Kelly Vanderell and those guys. Go see them in St. Louis if she's around then, and then I'm gonna do the Michigan thing later in September. So I'm gonna be up in that area, and then I'm gonna come back down in October's Mayberry. So that's North Carolina because October you can't get anything better than fall in the South in the Smokies. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, Brandon, Brandon, we are almost done, dude. I'm so sorry. I'll have to catch you next time. You've been like on the panel all day or at Mike's.
Yeah, you're the best, though, buddy.
Yeah, get some rest, dude. You need to get some rest. Woo, Lordy. I know it's okay. Let's see. Solix says, in today's times, would anyone be surprised at a luxury RV that was followed by servant RVs?
Maybe one day. If you own one of those big Pravos.
Ooh, those
Yeah.
Pravos are pretty cool. Pravos are really cool.
Well,
Yeah, for
technically,
those
then
people,
they could just stay in one of the storage bins underneath there because they're so big that the servant can just stay down there and
Sleep.
come up
Yeah.
when needed. Just ring a bell.
When they make the Class A's, that you could actually put a smart car underneath there.
Mhm.
It just comes out on
A slide.
yeah.
that's line. Those are really cool. I would like that. I'm just saying.
That's where you
What-
hold a Lamborghini.
Ooh, let's get a Countach. Let's get a
There you
Countach.
go.
Hey, I just put Johnny's Journey is going on live after us at the top of the hour. So about 5 minutes. Just want to put the link out there because I know she's got a lot of stuff going on with her van life. So if you guys want to go check out another live after us, Johnny's Journey is a great place to check out. They're doing some really cool stuff.
I was pretty jealous. She was washing her RV today, and it's snowing
know.
here. So
Yeah. Wait, who's got snow? Because I don't.
we should have up to 3 inches by tonight. They're saying. So,
Really?
Wow.
yeah, and it was super warm. I mean, I'm supposed to be doing so much work on the RV this week, and it's like, and I'm going to blame Corey. I see he's still in there because I should say Lori because she says now it's warm. We're bringing the trailer home,
See?
and yeah, she jinxed us this weekend. So Lori, Corey, thank you.
Yeah.
And how much snow is Toledo getting? Are you guys getting more? Or
You're going to
just
get more
Toledo?
than us. Well, I shouldn't
Well,
say you.
I'm
You're not there
but my
anymore.
relatives.
Yeah, it's more snow to the south than the north because Michigan is
That's
drunk.
funny.
So
So is it coming from Canada?
no, it's coming. It did, but I mean, it's reaching as far down as Kansas.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a big
luckily,
deal.
we're not getting any of that.
No, by the time
So
it gets to you, it'll just be wet mess.
Yeah,
It's not another polar vortex, is it?
No, it's going to be gone in 2 days. I mean, the coldest night's going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be like 26. So
Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's not the first time this has happened. It's not going to be the last time. I mean,
so
I've
let's-
seen snow flurries in May.
Yeah, yeah. So, Lex, you just need to grab some of that snow and just bottle it up and use it for your water. So, just think of it like that.
Yeah.
Dan says they're not getting in the west side.
What?
And V says you're going to get 10 centimeters.
We're getting 0.79. No, not that much. V.
Uh-oh.
Maybe down where you are, but not me.
Well, we'll
It's
see
gonna
what
be
it actually looks like in the morning because the weather people can't get it right anyway.
Yeah, we got school alert. They said that they were going to call school at 5 a.m. If something
Wow.
were to happen.
Wow.
33 in North Texas. Wow.
Yep.
It's going to be 54 tonight, and the high is 70 tomorrow.
Well, la-di-da. Go burn your other soul.
Yeah, let me see what's going to be here.
We have half a
won't-
centimeters.
I won't say what our temperature is going to be tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be 35 tonight. 35 around Nashville, Tennessee. So that's really cold.
It's 34 here right now. It's dropping to 31. Still snowing. Well, it's a snow sleet, and then after 11, it's going to turn strictly to snow.
That's insane. I know it's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, I was walking around in a T-shirt just like 2 days ago. So.
I know.
Me
I
too.
know. Uh-oh. Tim, what's Duke doing?
I heard sirens off in the distance, and usually he howls.
I was gonna,
I was like, all right, we're gonna get this live, but
So-
it was.
So you
just a
train
quick
him to
siren.
tell you when the police are coming for you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
oh, good grief. Well,
But they
guys,
turned the
we are
siren
we
off.
are we are right at time. I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna put the I can't talk today. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna put the link out there. Brandon, if you want to come up and talk after a while, that's totally cool. Sorry about that. We've been trying to get some stuff done over on the side. New Horizon says we're supposed to get some snow here in the southern Indiana. Mother Nature has some issues. Yes, she does.
He does.
She doesn't want to spring forward. She wants to do other stuff. Dan's like, it's 37 degrees in Grand Rapids. Nice. Very scary. I just want to say thank you, everybody who came out tonight. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Tuesday with Friends is really fun. We're going to do this through the month of April. Don't think we're going to be doing it through May because lots of traveling, lots of stuff coming up. And everyone knows it's that time we're going to be out and about, and we may not have all the interwebs that we need to have. So thank you so much. Come back for Yappy Hour on Thursday. We've got some really cool guests coming up talking about some things. If anyone in this group is interested in a Maine Coon cat, I have a lady who reached out to me today. She has two.
No,
They're juveniles. They're about a year old, and they're wonderful cats. So I hate to put it out there, but if you're interested in that kind of thing, just reach out foreverbestfriend@gmail.com, and I will hook you up.
I can't tell my wife then because she loves those. No.
They're really
Eric,
cute.
Nomadic Fanatic might want one.
Oh, really?
Really?
Hello.
There we go. Okay. All right. So you guys have a great Tuesday. We'll see everybody on Thursday. And bye-bye. Go to Giant's Journey. Go enjoy. And we'll drop the link again so you guys can go over there and check her out. Make sure you guys say Forever Best Friend Raid because I'm sure she will appreciate it.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Bye bye.
There you go. Bye.